Hey everybody, so I am back. I want to give a little disclaimer about my videos as well. I told you guys previously, I'm a mom of 3. I very rarely have lots of quiet time here. So if you ever hear like what you just heard, that's just kind of what it is. So let's just jump into the video for today. So I'm back. We're going to be discussing all things herbal infusions, specifically a nettle infusion and how to make that nettle infusion. But before we get started, I do want to show you guys how the mullein tincture is turning out and how it looks. The reason I want to show you this is because the color looks much different from when we first tinctured it. So this is it. If you remember the half-gallon jar. So as you can see, the color has changed quite a bit. And it's going to continue to get darker. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video straining this, but when I do get ready to strain it, it is not going to be a green color. It's just going to be a very dark brown color. So I just wanted to show y'all what it looks like and give you a little update on it. So like I said, today is all about infusions. So specifically, nettle. So if many of you are familiar with nettle, nettle is actually kind of considered a food because of the high content of vitamin and minerals that it contains. I love nettle. Nettle, to me, it just gives me so much energy. I literally feel like I could run a marathon. So I am constantly in heavy rotation with nettle and oat straw. And I'm kind of relying on nettle pretty heavily right now for various reasons that I will discuss later in another video. But I just wanted to show y'all how to make the infusion today. So first, a little bit about nettle. So it grows wild everywhere. It's very invasive, and another thing, where I am here in South Carolina, because I'm in Hilton Head, I have not been able to find this growing wild anywhere. I don't know. If I'm not able to find it soon, I might just end up planting some myself. I don't know. So I have not had the opportunity to work with fresh nettle. That's one of the reasons why I just, I don't tincture it or anything like that, because I just prefer to tincture fresh plants. But that's one of the reasons why I have not worked with it as a fresh plant. I had mainly only worked with it in its dry state. And when you are doing infusions, it is best to use dried plant matter. That's because all of the water content is gone. Now you can use fresh nettle for an infusion, but I'm not sure that it would taste very great, right? Just because a lot of the water content is still left in the fresh plants. So it's always best to use the dried plants. Yes, during the drying process, some of the constituents, they do get lost, but the majority of the vitamin and minerals remain intact. And I so wish that I had a fresh plant that I could kind of show y'all. The only reason I'm not talking about this plant from the perspective of a fresh plant is just because I haven't really encountered it to smell it, to actually touch it. I only know based on what I have researched, and I know that once you kind of encounter it, it's just as it says, it stings you, stinging nettle, specifically because of a particular compound that is in that plant. But today, we are just going to be talking about the dried one, and I'm going to show you all how to do the infusion. So you need your dried stinging nettle, a butter knife, and you'll see why soon. Quart mason jar. This is really important because when you're going to put it in here, you almost always you're gonna waste some. So you need this funnel, and then just a lid here. and then of course some hot water as well. So the rule of thumb when you are doing infusions, for a quart, all you need is 1 ounce. If you are doing something like this, which is a half gallon, then you need 2 ounces. Okay? So for today, all we're doing is just 1 ounce of herb. You probably hear some noise in the background. That's just my kettle going because I have the hot water heating up. One other thing I did forget, you need a scale. So it's a scale like this. I think I just got this from Walmart or Amazon or something. So you just pop that on there like that. You toggle it on. And then we're just gonna weigh out 1 ounce. And you see why the way that I'm pouring this, if I didn't have this funnel in here, it would just waste everywhere. All right, so this is 1 ounce. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is. All right, so I've got the water, and you're about to find out why I needed this butter knife. This is gonna be your saving grace, okay? So you literally just pour it in there. I kind of like to spin it around a little bit because once you start pouring, like it just sucks everything up. So this is kind of why you need it, because you need to kind of stir it around a little bit so that you can get as much water in here as you can. So you see, once you kind of start stirring it, everything is well combined. So you need more water than that. You just fill it all the way up to the top. And then I'm gonna give it another stir. All right. Top it off with just a little more water. Just a little more. And then we're just, now this is really hot. So like, if you think you're about to grab this full throttle, think again, or just grab a rag like this, like that. Put this on there. I have never shaken this. I will never shake this. This is very hot water. I have also had mason jars explode on me. I'll tell you why. It could be like wintertime, and I've taken like a mason jar from my apothecary, brought it back in the house to make an infusion. You know, it's kind of warm in here. I'm assuming that the mix from like the warm or the heat, and then as soon as I poured it in that cold jar like that, just I heard like a pop, and then it kind of splattered everywhere. But just resist the urge to shake this. It's quite likely you will have an explosion, right? So as you can see, this is getting very dark. This is the same way the mullein is gonna look by the time it is done macerating. So I just kind of take this and sit that on there, and I'll just leave it just like that to the side until later tonight. Once it's cooled down, then I'll just pop it in the refrigerator. And then about the same time tomorrow, I'll go ahead and strain it. So I'll be back to strain it for you guys, because by that time it'll be nice and cold and cool. I prefer to drink it cool. I don't need any kind of honey, sugar, anything in it. Some people add different things to it to their liking, but to me, when it's nice and cold, it literally tastes like a big glass of milk. that's why I'm able to drink it like that. But for some reason, when I'm drinking it as a tea, like I need some kind of honey or something in it. But I just drink it as is. It just tastes like a big glass of milk. And this quart will probably last me maybe a couple of days. I prefer to make them in the half gallon, but this is like my last one left. I go through these ones so quickly, and like I said, sometimes the kids drink them as well. But this was like all I had left, so I wanted to do this video to show you guys. But yeah, that's literally how you make an infusion. You would follow the same process if you're doing, like I said, red clover, if you're doing oat straw, alfalfa, red raspberry leaf, any of those, you would use the same process. So like I said, I'll be back tomorrow to strain it, to show you guys how it looks, and to take a nice sip of it for you because it is delicious. This is also great for like bone health too because of the calcium content as well. So I am a mama in my 40s, so I do all the things to support my bone health because, as you know, as we continue to age, bone health deteriorates. So Nettle is my friend along with strength training. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks like everyone was pretty well behaved for this video, if I'd say so myself. So I hope everyone was able to hear me clearly, but I'll be back. All right. I knew there was something else I was going to forget, just like always. Kidneys and adrenals. Don't drink this too close to bedtime, okay? It is a diuretic unless you want to be kind of up all night, visiting the bathroom frequently to pee. So if you're having some kind of issues with the kidneys, you kind of need to flush them out, or you find that your adrenals need some support, maybe you are just going through, let's say, you know, a phase or a journey in life where you're just kind of burnt out. I've been there as a mom. And your adrenals need support to kind of get you back where you need to be. Definitely this, definitely Nettle, definitely this food. There is nothing like it. I'm not going to say that you need to like down heavy amounts to get back to where you need to be, but I have definitely been in like a depleted state nutritionally, and this really helped me a lot. I'm pretty sure there probably are some other benefits that I am forgetting about or not including, because this can be used topically as well. But I want you guys to feel kind of empowered to do your own research with these plants, so you can find out what works best for you, and what you may need as a support in your own personal apothecary. So feel free just to do a quick Google search. What are the benefits of Nettle? And several things will come up. You know, just, of course, you can kind of take a look at certain websites where you need to maybe take things as a grain of salt. So just make sure you're getting your information from a reputable source. But look it up. It's a wonderful plant to have in your apothecary and in your life as a support. I always just kind of go back and forth, you know, whenever I need it. And I also do it with the kids. I really consider it this, like it's my multivitamin. So I'll be back to show you guys how I strain this. So while I am straining and placing this in a new jar, I just wanted to give you guys the information for the vitamin and mineral content in stinging nettle. So it does include vitamins A, B, C, K, several of the B vitamins. I might add also iron, magnesium, manganese, potassium, zinc, calcium. As you can see, it is just packed with the nutrients that you need, which is why I consume it often. So if you also are coming across this plant as a fresh one and you're foraging it, it can also be added to soups and stews as well, to give it more nutritional value. So I hope that you guys are empowered to make your own infusions, whether you're using nettle, alfalfa, mullein, oat straw, whatever you're using, as long as it's not a plant that is fragrant or has a strong scent. And I may do like another video explaining why specific herbs are better to use for infusion as opposed to others. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you feel empowered to make your own stinging nettle infusion as well. If you are interested in going a little deeper into herbalism and learning about plants and taking that journey for yourself, I do have a full course available on my website, which is www.fourseasonsapothecary.com. You can take that course at your own leisure. It is self-paced. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe.